Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to HBM Mod. Last episode, we took a look at fuel stuff, and we started reprocessing the fuels, but we need to make an FEL. Now, the FEL is a big machine, and we really can't make that right now. We don't even have the power generation anymore because, well, I'm trying to move away from the RBMK. It's actually not working out for us as far as power production goes. We need to work into some actual good ways of producing power. And to get started with that, I think we're gonna make some thorium. Now, of course, thorium fuel is wonderful. And the great thing about thorium is that when we take this over to that plant over there, we're gonna be able to irradiate it, make it into fuel for our next reactor, which is good. We're gonna build a Ztones next. That's right. The one reactor we probably should have built first, rather than building the RBMK. Now, the reason we're building a Ztones is so I can get different isotopes, which I don't have right now, and really should definitely get them. Now, I'm pretty sure I can actually afford to make the other thing now. The reason I didn't make it the first time, right, is because I wanted something cheap that could produce a lot of power without running out of power very quickly. But as we're seeing with these fuels is that they are just bad. And what we need is plutonium fuels, like the ones that are self-igniting. Those ones are actually really good. But with these current ones that we're using, they are atrocious. Also, last episode we took a look at a new building, if you're wondering, and yeah, you should go check that out. Find out what the new building is. Now, since we're already, like, industrially, just like here, and set up, established, industrially established, this is literally going to be the easiest thing we've ever done. I'm pretty sure of that, in fact. And so this is going to cost that. And how many of them does it cost? 4 steel scaffolds. I feel like it's changed from what I remember. 4 big steel shells, 4 steel scaffolds, which are these guys. And then we need to go ahead and put in concrete, which is 16 concrete. Steel pipes. What kind of steel pipes? Are those the ones that... I'm pretty sure these guys... Thank God, think of this. Okay, motors. 4 of them, right? This is literally a cakewalk right now. But the things that are gonna be hard are gonna be hard. Specifically boron. Boron we've spent a lot of on the RBMK, as you all know. It does cost a lot of boron, but I have boron here. We might just be fine. Or, we're going to be very sad. You take your pick. Actually, we already have enough to make all this. Okay, then. Okay. I see what's going on here. This is quite literally enough to make everything we're going to need for this guy. Just all we need. Wait, no. Don't do it like that. Okay, you know, we might as well take the whole batch. Okay, so we got the boron powder. And this is gonna go in here. And it's gonna do magic. Now, the thing about the fuel rods for the Ztones is that they are way cheaper, actually. They just require the zirconium shards, and zirconium is actually used in the real fuel assemblies, so that's pretty cool. Now, as to why it's used in those, I'm not actually too sure. I just know it is. I haven't read that far yet. I'm actually reading a book right now, and it's called Nuclear and Particle Physics, and it's 414 pages. I'm in chapter 2 right now, and I've gotten to, like, page, what, 49 or something? Pretty crazy. I like the book. The first chapter was basically all these strange alien math equations, which, of course, I don't understand quantum mechanics, but it's very important to nuclear physics and stuff like that, particle physics, for that matter. Because that first chapter is mainly focused on the particle physics, but chapter 2 is called Nuclear Phenomenology. Yeah, something like that. Graphite ingots, right? 16 of them, and that's easy. That is easy peasy. Take 16 of these guys. Shove them in the machine. Boom. Alright. Get back here. I think it's 12, actually. I think it might actually be 12. I don't know. Dude, I did not look at the numbers. It's 16 graphite ingots. Oh, holy crap. Give me those graphite ingots back. 1, 2, 3. Where are they going? They're going in there? What? No. Do that, okay, please. Thank you. Guess while all that crap's happening, we're gonna start making these, and this can only do 65. So this whole stack is gonna go. And then we're gonna have more that are just not finished. That's gonna be fine. Advanced circuits. And then we have everything else we need, except for the natural gas. And you only need a little bit of natural gas for this guy, don't worry. So as I was saying about nuclear and particle physics, it's quite nice. It does actually open their eyes to a lot of the different things. Some of the things in this mod are actually kind of based in reality, but some of them are strange. But it's fine. Like if I wanted to play real life, I would go play real life. Why would I play video games? Anyway. So this is quite literally like, how much is this? It's a lot. We're not even done yet. Last batch. Here it goes. It's done. Because the thing broke. That's the reason we're done with that. Come on. Time to establish the new Ztones reactor. Now, this requires natural gas, and you all know what's going on with the natural gas. It's getting disposed of. And also, I don't really want to run the natural gas plant for one reason. It might actually destroy that plant over there. So, because in fact, the farmland is susceptible to becoming this disgusting dirt. This is the nuclear facility, and it's looking quite good, and this is going to be amazing. This one you can actually automate. The Ztones isn't really a nuclear reactor per se. It is actually a machine. It is a true and completely and total machine. You should be using it for machine stuff. What I mean by that is, basically, the Ztones is able to output stuff, and it's a factory because then you can have conveyor belts which take stuff and process it for you. You don't gotta do any of that garbage. Which is what's gonna happen with the RPMK eventually, once I figure out how to do stuff with this. Maybe. I'll probably do it by hand still. Anyway, this is one of the coolest models for any machine. I think this might have been one of the first 3D models. One of the first, for at least machines, for reactors, I guess. You'll see it requires CO2, water, pressure, coolant, tells you all about that stuff. And so what we need to do is get the water over to here. So I'm gonna need some water pipes. And as far as CO2 goes, we're just gonna go ahead and do the good old classic and just cross our fingers that nothing goes wrong while we generate some natural gas. We're gonna cut off the natural gas pipe there. We're just gonna press the button that makes everything go. And hope it works out perfectly fine. Odds are, it won't. But I hope it works. And then we're gonna go over to here and we're gonna look in at this stuff and we're gonna see that none of our sugarcane is getting turned into garbage plants, correct? None of our hemp is doing the same. I hope. I really hope that has not happened at all. That would be kind of bad. I kind of really wish we had fluid regulators because then I would just use those. I would use a lot of those. I don't use the diode ever because the diode doesn't actually help with anything. I would use the fluid regulators though. That's for sure. So we're gonna need about 10,000 natural gas for this, which that's kind of a lot to be drilling using a fracking tower, but it should be fine. We're also gonna need some pipes too, and of course, what we're gonna do once we have all the natural gases, we're going to convert it into CO2. So, now that we have our stuff going as planned, we need natural gas. Nice. We're going to put this into an iron barrel. Now, you could do this, you should do this with the safety barrel, because it's just better, honestly. But we're just going to do it this way, for now. It is. Okay. Natural gas goes into here. Good. We're going to go check on the plant to see that the plants are not doing bad stuff. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to have shaders on, aren't I? Well, that's fine. I'm not throwing the shaders on anymore. Honestly, I like the shaders sometimes, but not all the times. I really just like the way this place feels. I don't know what it is about it, but it just feels good to be in this place. Okay, so what's going on right now is that I believe this guy is still running properly, and... Yep. Everything's going well. Now the reason this is not actually being turned into dead dirt or sand, or anything for that matter, is because I have the roof, like, really high up, and, well, way above these guys, way above that, and because of that, it prevents those guys from, you know, being considered by the top block. Because it scans the top block and then goes 4 blocks down, and that's as deep as you're gonna get this stuff. Now, I have a lot of areas in my base where this goes even deeper because this place has not always been this height, and I've been slowly elevating everything. So you can know somebody's had a fracking tower for quite a long time, which I don't know why you'd even care if somebody has a fracking tower for quite a long time. But you could figure that out just by looking at their dirt layers and seeing if it goes more than 4 blocks down. Because if that does happen, then it probably means they've had it for quite a while. Now this turns the natural gas into equal parts carbon dioxide. I don't know what the natural gas is, its chemical formula is, so this might not even be balanced, but who cares? I can guarantee you that if it's a hydrocarbon, it does not contain oxygen. I'm not sure where the oxygen is coming from. It says we got like we got 8,000 in there right now. We just need 2 more of the cells. Actually, now that we've brought the fracking tower online, our base is running perfectly, but it's not gonna be enough for any of the other stuff we're gonna need. We need a lot of energy to run the FEL, for that matter. So now I have a barrel of carbon dioxide and 2 tanks of carbon dioxide, and I can just take them all over to this guy over here, and he will do his magic on them. Now, I think we're gonna have enough time to get to fuel and everything today, which is crazy because the last time we did this, it took us much longer. Now, that's our CO2, some of it. You want 10,000 at the least. I don't see why you would need more than 10,000. This is the optimal pressure. Now, there is on the inside here, this valve here, do not click this. This is going to drain your carbon dioxide. If you have more carbon dioxide, then you click this guy and get down to 10,000. Don't go above 10,000 and don't go less than 10,000 unless you, for some reason, unless you know what's going on here. There are some cases where you might do that, but the 10 to 12,000 is pretty good. With 10,000 being my recommended, honestly. We will come back and set up water pipes in a second. Holy crap, it's been a while since I've seen this tunnel. We need to work on the tunnel. The tunnel is not done. So, I believe this is actually just beryllium and this stuff. You don't actually even need the fuel rods, I don't think. Wait a second. There's another reactor No. That one's way more expensive, actually, now that I think about it. I'm talking about the PWR, the pressurized water reactor, which is a common type of reactor used in the real world. We could have made that thing, but no. There's no point. Also, we don't need fuel rods for this. We just need the Zernox rods. Fuel rods like this guy, empty rod. Yeah, you don't need these guys. But you do need these guys. Now, we do have one final thing we must do, which is get everything hooked up and connected. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to drill a few of these, and this is going to be my steam pipeline, I guess. I don't know. It's going to go all the way over to here, and then for the water pipeline, we'll just have it run up through here, like so. And we're going to start with the water pipeline, since it's going to be the easiest. Keep in mind, this is not running off of a cooling tower, and, yeah, that's probably a problem for this. But with the RBMK, it's not. Okay, so we're going to set this pipe to water. This guy is going to be the steam pipe. Now, steam pipe does not actually have to go... Well, actually it does. It does have to go through the floor. The reason being is that we need to transport the steam without getting in the way of, you know, just walking. Now, one of the great things that I just now realized is that this is so close to the rest of our setup that it won't be difficult to actually, you know, I don't even know the words. It won't be difficult to make the thorium fuel and then easily move it over to that guy. So that's going to be great. Let's take a look at how this is going to work. So we're going to go ahead and grab the thorium from here. Now we have thorium fuel. You can't shift click it, of course. Now it's going to be 2 radiation per second, correct? And then if we head over to, I think there should be a crafting table in here. Don't know why there isn't. If we head over to here, hold this guy again. Now we can actually do this part, where we take this and we just make a bunch of these guys. I think that's what you do with the other stuff, honestly. You take those, and then you can add them to these. Which, of course, I have too much garbage on my inventory, so We're not gonna turn this on yet, but we're gonna shove in all the thorium rods. And that is thorium fuel rods. Nice. And even more of these. And then if we go ahead and do the exact same thing. Boom. That should be all we need. Okay, so it's finally time to turn this thing on. We're gonna press the button, this button, and that should... Oh, that is not good. That is very bad. We need to get out of here quickly. What did I do wrong this time? I kind of wonder. Well, that's great. We're contaminated now, and we have now created quite the wonderful little disaster. It's getting very out of hand now. Very out of hand. Oh. I don't think we're going to be doing any more stuff with that for a little bit. What did I do wrong? I had water, didn't it? I swear I hooked up the water pipelines correctly.